Okay, so here I am again doing a little training, and I just left my house. I'm pretty fortunate enough to live right near a nice national park, great places to hike and walk and everything. So right now it's about 38 degrees Fahrenheit, which I believe is around 3 degrees Celsius. So even though I know for a fact it probably won't get quite that cold when I'm doing the Camino, which will be in May, I can't just not train. So I'm out here. Decided to, instead of drive, I'm going to walk, because much of the Camino is on pavement. And so I figure, why drive when I could just walk not too far down the road and do some training. I'm also trying out my clothing. It's a really sunny day. I know I'll need the fleece gloves. I'm actually having some serious doubt about whether I need this puffy jacket or not, because even though it's only 38 degrees, I know I'm going to be taking it off. So part of good training is to test out your equipment. So I'm deciding whether or not to actually bring a puffy jacket, or maybe instead just bring a nice rain gear and let that serve as sort of a rain protection, as well as, you know, if it gets cold in the mornings. But anyway, we'll see what happens. So as you can tell, we're on a busy street, pavement, and I'll check back in with you in just a moment. Good afternoon. I'm continuing to do a little bit more training here. It is, I'm doing my first Camino. I'm going to start the last week of April and walk the entire month of May. Looks like it. And just getting some training in every chance I get. Right now it's winter time. I'm from the mountains of western North Carolina, which is great because that gives me plenty of opportunities to hike and train. And so that's what I'm doing right now. It's about 38 degrees Fahrenheit, which I believe is around 3 degrees Celsius. So I doubt if it'll get this cold in May on the Camino, but I can't really hibernate for the winter here. So it gives me a good chance to test out my equipment, whether or not I need a puffy jacket actually, because I'm not that cold right now, and sun is out, of course. I decided to do some walking on roads, because a lot of the Camino is on roads, highways, pavement, and so it's important to do as much training on that surface as well. I'm fortunate enough that I live not too far from the Mountains to Sea Trail and the Blue Ridge Parkway here in western North Carolina. So instead of driving to the trailhead, I just decided to simply get out and walk the I don't know, quarter mile on the road till I get to the trailhead. So we'll check in later. Okay, so I'm only about 1.2 kilometers from my house, and already I'm off the highway and coming up to the Blue Ridge Parkway. Like I said, I'm just really fortunate to live in a part of the country that has lots of mountains and trails and outdoor activities. All right, look at all these cars. Everybody, I don't care how cold it gets. This is an area that people love to be outdoors. So, of course, it's a beautiful blue sky. I don't need my sunglasses while hiking in the woods, so I had to put my spectacles back on. Look, I know I said earlier, I really love testing out my equipment, my newly purchased hiking equipment, especially the clothing. I know I said earlier I don't even know that I'll need a puffy jacket, but I have to think about the fact that I will be hiking and generating a lot of heat. So right now, even though it's only about 3 or 4 degrees Celsius, which is about 40 degrees, 38, 40 degrees Fahrenheit, I'm not cold at all because I'm generating the heat. But as soon as I slow down or stop, or the sun goes down, gets cloudy, or it gets windy, then I know I'm gonna feel a lot different. So I just that kind of came to my mind while I was walking here. So that's why you do this sort of thing. I've already met 5 or 6 people hiking, walking their dog. Couple were running. This is just a great, peaceful, quiet place to do some training. I'm not hoping to do a lot today. I kind of took the Christmas holiday off and kind of took about 2 or 3 weeks off from doing any sort of hiking. So I just want to get back into it, and it feels so good. My joints feel good. I'm only going to do probably 10 or 15 kilometers today. Just something to get the blood pumping back into me. Get me back into the spirit as we enter the new year. Okay, so I'm at the halfway point. So I'm turning around, and I'm just gonna do about 11 and a half, 12 kilometers today. Like I said, just getting back into it. December was, of course, the Christmas holidays, and like everybody else, I ate a lot, did not exercise, was lazy the last few weeks. So this is the first chance I'm getting after the new year to get back in and do some more hiking, walking. I will say this is the Mountains to Sea Trail, which is just right outside of my home on the Blue Ridge Parkway. So I'm kind of kicking myself for not doing a lot more training on these beautiful trails. This is a well-maintained trail. It is still rustic, very natural, very well marked, pretty much impossible to get lost, and the views are amazing. You'll see a lot of people using the trail, and so it's a great place for me to do some training. So just really happy to get back into it. I feel good. My joints again aren't hurting, no blisters, feet feel fine, and I'm not huffing and puffing. So I think this will be great. I'm only about 3.5 months away from my Camino. I'll be starting last week of April, and of course most of March, or not March, May. And so I kind of am getting a little bit antsy, ready to start it, but at the same time I guess I'll always feel like I'm unprepared. So this is a good day to hike.